A convoy of heavily armed and heavily armoured vehicles, each one crammed with Royal Marines, heads out into the Afghan desert, looking for a fight. 3 days later, they found one.
Okay, that's yours. Straight onto it now. 1,500 metres. Come on. Let me know when you're on.
Operation Gartsay Dagger is the biggest mission by British forces since the taking of Musa Qala last year. In all, 600 men and machines, half the entire northern battle group, are involved over the 5 days of the op. And on the first night in the desert, the man in charge lays out the plan to his troops.
The aim is to get up from here, get up in the morning, get into the firebase. The faster we get into the firebase, the better. We can then play around in the afternoon and do further deception activity to the north, again trying to convince them that we're going from here to Kajaki and not stopping and turning left and going into Sawan Kala.
For the following 2 days, Bravo Company pretends to be heading north to Kajaki and not west to Sawan Kala, in the hope of catching the Taliban unawares. After 2 days of preparation and reconnaissance in the field, this is it. It's D-Day. The Marines are about to push right into the heart of Taliban territory and see how hard the Taliban push back. And once the sun is up and the fighting troops readied, the time for pretense is over. Now it's real.
Today's the time we're actually going to go and mix it with them, and we'll see if they're ready for us or not.
As the Marines close in on Sawan Kala village, the locals move around busily. They know sooner or later things are likely to get nasty. Up on the ridgeline overlooking the village, the fire support group beds in, watching and waiting. For hours the Marines move through the village without hindrance, even finding time to play a rather chaotic game of football with the local youth. But it's all a charade. As the commandos start to pull out, this happens.
Incoming! Go! Go!
The Marines have been down in Sawan Kala village all afternoon, more than 5 hours. They've come across no Taliban. As soon as they start pulling out, we start getting shelled up here on the ridge line with the fire support group.
With at least 3 mortars targeting the ridge, machine gunners and a sniper, there is plenty to keep the FSG busy. Just look how close this bullet lands.
Again, as soon as you can hear the crack and thump, you know they're coming in pretty close. And again, some of the guys had rounds landing at the feet and around them, so it's a case of grinning and bearing it and getting on with it.
The hour-long firefight is brought to an end by the arrival of an Apache attack helicopter, which launches a Hellfire missile, silencing the enemy guns. The relief is obvious. Another day in Afghanistan survived. All that remains is to clamber down from the high ground and ponder what tomorrow might bring. David Bowden, Sky News, in Sawan Kala.